football. Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sideline. Holly?
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. This team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week gets a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The fans are ready for this one. The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Gonna run it. It's Davidson. There he goes. Inside the 50. The 30. The 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Clemson.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be stopped. The return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Running inside, it's Williams. Makes it past the marker. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Quarterback may change this route. Throwing. Carr. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Tigers. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Perez. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Carr fires to the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. On first down from their own 22. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. What a nice play on the pick. Didn't find much running room. They'll let it slide. They've got it at the 29.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, I think this quarterback just has to be careful with his decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky that one wasn't picked off.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Here's the pressure. On the move to the left. On the move, he fires. He's got an open man. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. In the red area, it's Johnson. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Going for 6. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
Well, that's a really good-looking physical run. I'll tell you, when you think of Notre Dame football, too, you think of all the great coaches they've had, Eric Parsegian, Newt Rockne, Lou Holtz. Those guys would love what they're seeing right now. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, wearing the defense down, running the football when they know you're going to do it. This is Notre Dame football to a T. Beautiful.
He wants to change this route. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Makes the grab. It's Gilbert. At the 45 on his way. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
89-19 fire ball! 89-19 fire ball! Western! Palace!
To the air. It's Carr. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Mobley. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Here's Carr to throw. Snags it over the middle. On the move at the 30. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Gilbert. Pushes ahead for one, it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Carr. Quickly complete. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And that's this guy's 3rd catch now on the drive, and I like how this offense just keeps going back to him. Look, if you're not going to cover him, we're going to keep throwing him the football. We don't have to overthink this thing, and as every completion happens, the quarterback is gaining more and more confidence in this guy.
Run in the red zone, it's Mobley. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the first quarter. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Carr. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And I know it's easy up here in the booth, right, guys? Like, make that catch, right? Get on the scoreboard. Haven't scored yet with this offense. You want them to make that play, but a nice job by the defense, man. Getting there on time, not letting him wrap that football up. That's a great job breaking on the football with good timing.
They played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on 3rd and goal, they might force a field goal attempt.
Spider over! Spider over!
Back to throw, it's Carr. He wants it all. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they did tack on the extra point. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can lead. Turning it on! Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
Finding some room. Got enough for the first. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. After the run, now to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap. Try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Find some fresh air. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Irish back on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot.
Gashing the D on the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
Running inside, it's Williams. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Notre Dame looking for this fourth down conversion. Quarterback making adjustments.
Booster, booster. Sweep, sweep. Squid, squid, squid. Where did he go?
Carr to throw for it on fourth. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down.
Here we go. Ready. 88. Go, go.
On the move, it's Mobley. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13.
Blue 22. Blue 22. Go.
Here's Carr to throw. Finds his big tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a third and long.
Blue 30, Q, Q.
Dropping back, it's Carr. Hauls it in. Quick step and go. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
He might want another play. Sends it back in motion. Throwing. Carr. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Quarterback keeper. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Irish!
And you're going to need more of this in the second half. That's the way you punctuate a drive at the end of the first half to cut this to a one-possession game. You need more of that physicality in the second half.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Fires into traffic, and it's picked off. Got some room to run. The 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. Still running at the 40. Flying down the right side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Clemson. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Carr fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Looking for a man, it's Carr. Bringing the heat. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
And they don't get their hands on the ball often, but how about the big defensive linemen? When they do, it's fun to watch. It might take a while, Jesse, but he started to move that thing down the field.
He sure did. He just reminds everybody he's an athlete, too. This guy had some big-time moments in high school on the offensive side of the football, and he's living on defense in college. That's where he's going to make his money at the next level, but that was an unbelievably athletic play.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Had to settle for the field goal. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with a look in on Purdue, taking on the Washington Huskies. And it's the Boilermakers coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course. So how they handle things from here will define this program.
Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Under fire. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell. Hanging in there. He knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target, and getting the completion.
Over.
Carr from the gun on 3rd down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Man, that's a big stop on this first drive. That's got to energize this defense. They didn't have a great first half. Let's just call it what it is. They could have done a lot better. But to come out, make some adjustments, get a stop on this first possession.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. 4th down, Carr. Ran through the contact. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The run inside. It's Williams. Showing off the arm. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 19 on the big run.
And man, this offense, man, is so nice to have a guy that you can hand the football to, and he can take off and make big plays down the field. He can break tackles. He can outrun you. He shows you a little bit of everything. This defense, they better dial in on him because he's going to get the football, and he can make big plays.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Play action, Carr.
And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here's Carr to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Williams. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Carr. The throw to the outside is complete. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch him off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Quarterback making checks. Throwing, Carr. Oh, they're after him. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Play number 11 on this drive. The defense has yielded ground, but they're trying to get a stop on 3rd and goal. To the air, it's Carr. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. On the sideline, got it in the end zone.
You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown. Oh, Methuselah.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Looking for a gap. It's Davidson. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. Being sacked. This defense all over him.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the thunder being shaken down on third down. Pressure coming. He's looking deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And, man, you got to love the way the defense just took this field. Like, offense scores, cuts into the lead, and they had some juice, some energy, flying around, being physical, everybody getting to the football, and now forcing the punt and a chance to give the ball back to their offense to do some damage.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Just needs a crack to get a return. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Running inside. It's Mobley. Surge to head for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Carr. Looking down the middle. A spectacular one-hand grab.
Watching film of this guy, one of the things that really stood out to me was his catch radius, how you just need to throw it somewhere near his body, and he can reel it in. How great was that one-handed stab? Just climbs the ladder. I thought for sure that thing was going to be falling incomplete, but he reels it in, and it's a massive first down for the offense.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw. It's Carr. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. That one will give them the lead.
I don't know what play they called, but I would call it again because the defense had no idea what was going on. Receiver comes wide open, catches the football, and gets the easy touchdown.
And he added the extra point. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, The defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
This has been a staple of the offense at Clemson. Get those big receivers, let them make plays downfield, and it's been very effective over the years.
Yeah, and good quarterback play obviously helps, but when you got good matchups on the outside, it kind of makes the defense very predictable. Like, I got to give help. Okay, it helps my running game. You don't give help. Okay, I'm throwing to my freak out wide. So I think these guys on the outside with all that speed definitely are a problem for defenses.
Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. The run inside. It's Davidson. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Rides to the back. Got enough for the first. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your due.
The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. Takes a handoff. It's Davidson. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Finds a crease at the 20. Here's a little room there. Touchdown, Tigers. They move on top here in the 4th. The Tigers are back on top.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing 2 heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
A single extra point doesn't help you much at this stage, so they'll go for 2 and try to push it out to a field goal late. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Makes the grab for the 2.
And I think you hear about this chart all the time, when to go for 2, when not to go for 2. Smart decision. Second half, being up by 1 doesn't help you. Getting that 2-point conversion, that's a big deal. Now this offense up by a field goal.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Both of these teams off to perfect starts in conference play, and one trying to stay atop the heap. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Both these teams unbeaten in conference play, and the shape of the race will unfold here in the final moments. The offense changing the play. From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. Working that left side now. Oh, he's got some space. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Here's Carr to throw. Right on the money. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, did you see the D tackle just slice through the offensive line? That's how you get penetration. That's how you dial up the tackle for loss.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's Carr. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Irish! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. The Irish punch back.
This team right now showing you why they were the higher-ranked team coming into this game. Yeah, they were sleepwalking a little bit earlier. They knew coming in, David, they were going to be facing a really good opponent. Good teams don't quit, and they've come all the way back now to take the lead. And they had a pretty big deficit not that long ago.
And this is a good team they're playing. They're showing they're one of the better teams in the country. I mean, to battle back from several touchdowns down, like not to blink, not to bat an eye, not to quit, they're proving why they're a great team.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Keep it on the ground. Picks up the 1st down. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Running inside, it's Davidson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Give up some yardage. They've given up some plays. No big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Makes the grab. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And talk about stepping up at a huge moment of the game. This guy's been relatively quiet throughout the game, but here in a 2-minute situation, he makes arguably the biggest play of the game so far for his offense. Nice job.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Oh, look out, the ball's free. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Now from inside the red zone. Let's it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Back to pass on second down. Zings it complete to the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Wants to pass. Looking for the goal line. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Looking to fire. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers. And they've moved out front here in the 4th. The Tigers are back on top.
I know it hasn't always been pretty for this guy throughout the course of the game, but David, he has shown tremendous mental toughness. He just keeps going back on the field, and he keeps taking his shots. He looked really good on that last drive throwing the football, and now gives his team the lead.
And he has struggled. That's his first passing touchdown. But in the moment when this team needed it the most, in a 2-minute drill when it's the hardest, he puts it together, goes down the field, and takes the lead for his football team.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. throwing, Carr. He wants a big play here late. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air. But a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Timeout is called with just a single second left. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And this to lock things up late. And how about this confidence in their field goal kicker? They're going to pat him on the butt and say, go give us 3, big fella. And this to tie us up in the final minute. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Carr. Here's a throw downfield late. Ball is incomplete, falls to the turf, and that's going to do it, and it went right down to the final play. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some